Yo, yo, yo. We back. What to do, peoples? Jesus, feels like I've been gone forever, dude. What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday, dude. I'm tired, but super happy to be back. We got video gaming news for today. We'll try to cover as much as we can for what has happened since I've been gone. I don't know how much of it we'll be able to catch up on, but we'll do our very best. And then we've got we'll probably play a little bit of Hades 2 before Ghost of Tsushima drops. Depends on how long the news goes. We've got roughly like 4 hours, I think, until Ghost of Tsushima drops. But I'm ready, baby. I got it pre-downloaded. There'll be a little bit of extra stuff that needs to download on the back end, I think. And but as much as I can be ready for it, I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it? I'm ready for it. So I'm excited. Ghost of Tsushima and some Hades 2 today. So it'll be good stuff, man. I'm excited. I'm ready. That'll probably be the play for the foreseeable future here. We'll just do like probably starting off with Ghost of Tsushima runs most day or playthrough. And then we'll do some Hades 2 runs to end the day, stuff like that, you know, because I didn't get to play much Hades 2 before Ghost of Tsushima dropped, so you know we're gonna play Lethal, dude, in September. You know it's coming, dude. What's up, brother? How you doing? We got a lot of other good games to get through first, though, so I'm excited. How you been, Pinky? So I guess let's go ahead and do what we do, man. Let's dive into video gaming news for today and see what we got. Let's go. Let's do it. I feel rusty, dude. I feel rusty. Like I haven't been doing this in way too long. Oh man. Oh. Alright, well, you can see I've got our date set from like the 8th through the 16th, trying to cover as much as I can for most bored at work. That sucks, dude. That sucks. Yeah. What have you been playing, dude? You just been playing Lethal? And Hades? You've been playing Lethal again? We already knew about that. We already knew about that, too. This is so stupid. Oh, V Rising and RoboBeat. Let's go, dude. Nice. Yeah. V Rising, good stuff. They ever implement, because the full version released, right? V Rising's full update came out, right? So it's now not early access anymore, correct? Wasn't that like May 8th or something, I think? Yeah. Did they actually ever fix the or implement your ability to use your like resources and stuff just straight out of your containers in your castle and everything, or not? Good one. Yeah, I was worried about that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I figured. That was really, I mean, it's always been my one big complaint, man. There's so many resources in that game. It takes so long, dude, to mess with that. You know? It's a great game, though. It is. Yeah. Did you guys start the Valheim server, by the way? Did you guys get that all going? I saw a lot of talk while I was gone. You guys discussing getting it booted up, but I didn't see whether or not you actually got it started. I was so busy, dude, the entire time I was gone. It was crazy. All right. See what else we got here. Talking about it, but nothing yet. Okay, yeah. I saw a lot of talk about what you guys were planning on doing, but I didn't see. It didn't look like to me that you guys had gotten it started yet. Okay. We'll blame it on Ferret. We'll blame it on Ferret. The art channel, dude. No, I was not able to keep up with nearly as much Discord as I wanted to while I was gone. It was so crazy busy for me. Oh, what is this? Brother, for reals? Hold on. Nice, dude. I like it. Yo, that's actually awesome. That's so great, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, that'll be a new gift, bro. Let's go. That's so good, dude. Good job, man. Yo, yeah. No. I didn't even see that. Yeah, great job, dude. That's flipping awesome. Yeah, that's got to be pinned. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's great, dude. Wait, what? Let's see this. There we go. No, 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 no. I'll have to mess with that later, I guess. Okay. Yo, that's a great, dude. Yeah, that's really, really good. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for, dude, out of that clip. That was flipping awesome. Yeah, I'll try to get that made into a GIF. I've got a lot of catching up to do on making, because I missed last Wednesday. Last Wednesday I was traveling, and then yesterday I was traveling, so I haven't had any time to work on the previous week of streaming's content or anything. So I've got to get montages done for the anniversary streams coming up in like a week, yo. We've got 3-year anniversary. What? 3-year anniversary, dude. So I gotta get at least a couple of new montages done for year 3. I've got some catching up to do on the previous content I've done, because none of that stuff I haven't been able to work on any of that because my Wednesdays were shot with travel. So yeah. What's up, True? Dude, I missed you guys too. Yeah, the vacation was good. It was good. It was good. I'm so glad to be back, though. I don't want to do another vacation for a while. I am so spent, dude. I'm so tired, man. I can feel it a little bit too, like it's taking its toll on me, you know. I feel kind of like beat down. I was on the go the whole time, man. You know, yeah, it was a lot of driving too. It was really good. I got to see my grandfather though. That's what, like, especially towards the end, it was a lot of driving, because in about a 3-day period, I did, you know, close to 15 hours of driving. You know, not even a 3-day period, more like a 2.5 day period, 2 to 2.5 day period of time. I did like 15 hours of driving, you know. Just to go through and see my grandfather before I came home. So it was yeah, it was really good. So I hadn't seen him in a long time. It was really good. He's doing really well too, man. I mean, he's like 95, you know. It's like 95, dude. He's really sharp upstairs, getting around really well still, you know. Crazy. Yeah, it was really good to see him. But I am really, really happy to be back, dude. I'm really happy to be back. We're gonna have a banger of a day. Let me tell you what. It's going to be good, man. I'm excited. I'm tired, I'm worn out, but I'm excited. It might not show through my energy because I'm lacking it today, but I am excited. Let's see what else we can find here. I've got our date set for like the past week because of everything that I missed from doing video gaming news searches and stuff. What's his secret? Dude, I don't know. I won't make it that long. I promise you. I played too hard when I was younger to make it to 95 and be all there mentally, you know. I've played too hard, man. There's no way. Yo, Pinky, you absolutely killed that flipping that video, dog. That is really, really good. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I'll be making that into a GIF very, very soon, brother. Spoonfuls of mayo. Watched it a million times, Drew. Yo, yeah. So I clipped that and I downloaded it myself because I was like, bro, we got to do something with this. And then now I get back and see that Pinky already nailed it, dude. Thank you so much, buddy. That's incredible. Pinky, by the way, is if for those that don't know, Pinky and I had a little bit of a discussion here. Pinky's always just like taking it upon himself to do some stuff, but we kind of made it official that he is like definitively part of like OutsiderAntics Entertainment, 3-Head Productions and stuff. So he is and I mean it's just like an official thing. You know what I mean? He always has been here and he's always done so much, and we had a conversation here recently about the way that we thought we could move forward with some different things content wise and stuff. So as Pinky has time to work on some of that stuff, you'll probably be seeing some more things that Pinky's able to do with some of the video editing and stuff like that. So you'll probably be seeing a little bit more stuff here and there, maybe some YouTube shorts, some things like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Really excited. Going through the list of clips, yeah. Well, like I said, now I've got a lot of content to get through now, because now I'm making new content and I'm backlogged on content I haven't even gotten to yet. So we'll have to see how it goes, man. Pinky's, yeah, he's really good, dude. He always has been, yeah. What's up, Psych? Monka, bro, Monka, What's up, buddy? What it do? How you been, man? Popping in and then back out. No kappa, dude. No kappa on that. Brother. That's like the perfect comment for a kappa. That's funny, bro. Working so much work. God dang. I'm sorry, brother. Oh, dude, I'm like delirious, guys. I'm so tired, dude. So tired. It's gonna be a funny day, dude. Pinky, did you play more Hades, dude? Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Syke. But I get it, dude. I know you're busy, brother. Wait, what? Oh, dude, the Video Game Hall of Fame stuff. They inducted 5 this year. Wow, let's take a look at that. We saw all the nominees. They inducted 5. Oh, okay, word. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. You started learning some of those boons and everything, though, huh? Or the duos and stuff. Does it feel pretty good overall? Because we'll probably do a run or two. No update since then. Yeah, okay. Play me like you're Atari, chat. Bro. I flipping can't, dude. Oh, Jesus. Video games a part of most teens' lives? I mean, what an epiphany. Juggling too many games, non-game things I want to do. Yeah, dude, I know. That's why, like, right now I feel a little bit overwhelmed with all the backlog of content I got to get through, plus trying to make montages for the anniversary coming up. I'm going to have a lot of really, really busy nights coming up over the next week, man, trying to get stuff done. I'm going to be really busy. I'll be streaming every day, really busy nights and stuff too, man. It's going to be really rough. Trying to catch up and get stuff done for the anniversary stream, man. Yeah. I feel that. Okay. We kind of saw that coming. I think one of the things we have to dive into a little bit this morning, we have to dive into this whole Tango thing. There's you know, there's an amount of stuff that Tinwin had been sending me regarding this entire situation regarding Tango. It just feels real off, dude. It feels real weird. There's this. There was this. This. There's some, I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of, I think a lot of people are like, what is wrong with Xbox, you know? And rightfully so. From a lot of these things that Tinwin was sending me, you know, because we saw this the day before I left, right? EA working on adding ads to games. I've seen an amount of that from different studios. I think EA was one of them specific, but if there was something specifically here recently about them implementing it, no, I don't think I've caught it. Well, I can look for it. I'm not surprised. We've talked about a lot of this kind of live ad space stuff working its way into our games and stuff over the years that I've been doing this. It feels inevitable, right? Doesn't feel good. Feels inevitable. Feels terrible, actually. But next big thing they're focusing on. Let me see if I can grab something real quick. Oh yeah, I mean that's the thing for me is like I'm not even surprised, right? I'm not even surprised. It's just, yeah. In-game ads. I've talked a lot about this in over the past couple of years, really. Or I've talked an amount, I guess, occasionally. This will come up from different companies. This will come up, and it's usually the bigger ones, right? Like EA, Blizzard, Activision, or Xbox, or something like that. We even talked about something. The most recent thing we talked about was even something like the Roku devices. You know, trying to implement ad space when they can tell that you're not actively playing your games and stuff. There's all kinds of things happening, right? Yeah, let's pull that up. Thanks, buddy. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It feels terrible, you know? This is the whole, like, just the next step in a lot of these really disgusting AAA developers and publishers that, I mean, if they're going to be doing this stuff, this is just another reason to not support them, you know? Personally, in my opinion. How gross is that? We'll take a look at it, though. Thanks, Pinky. I appreciate it, buddy. Typical EA, dude. Absolutely. Oh, I love pistachios, man. Yeah, we got that up. God, I missed you guys. That's a great scene right there. I got scared to death in that scene, bro. That's part of one of our montages. I'm pretty sure that's one of the scenes in Dead Space, right? Where you like open the door, she like grabs you and stuff. I was like, whoa! Wow, Vault with a raid, dude.
Is raiding with 2 viewers.
What up, bro? Vault, you been streaming, bro? Oh, Jesus. Wait, what? Check this noise out. What's up, brother? Playing some Little Kitty Big City, dog. Let's go. Been streaming a little sick, dude. Good for you, man. That's awesome. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Yeah. Good for you, buddy. Yo, thanks for the raid, man. It's good to see you. I'm glad you've been streaming, dude. You been enjoying it? Leroy! Has Vault been streaming like non-stop, dude? What's going on? Mostly Grounded with the homies. Nice, dude. Yeah, Grounded's a banger of a game, man. Heck yeah. My butt hurts. Oh, dude, you just got to get those butt calluses, dog. You just got to get those butt calluses going, you know? He was up all night? Nice. Fantastic. That's funny. 1 second, guys. Nine-hour stream, that's what I'm talking about, broski. Nice, dude. Yeah, I'll have to do, here, let me see something. Add you into my, recommended streams and stuff, man. Hold on. When'd you do your first stream, man? There you go. Yeah, boy. Nice. All right, Doug. I got you added in. You're one of the recommended channels here now. If I'm offline and you're live, you'll be recommended to people that stop by here, dude. That's right. I probably need to do that for Soup too. Today is the day. Today is the day. What's up, Soup? First stream was on Mixer. Oh wow, bro. Nice. Nice, yeah. A lot of people wished Mixer would have made it, you know. Oh yeah, no worries, brother. Yeah. Earnings call. I knew it had to be something to do with GTA, bro. Probably need to do this for Soup too. Hold on. Soup streams sometimes, I think. Soup, you've been streaming, right? Yeah. You've been doing the flipping VR check stuff. Well, I'll get you in there. Soup's our dude. We gotta help Soup out too if it will at all. I don't know, but it's worth a shot, man. Throw Soup in there also. Boom. 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 There he is. That's Soup in there too, boy. Nice. Alright, nice. There we go. Soup and Vault are part of our recommended channels now. Good stuff, good stuff. Every word he says is worth $1 billion. No, it's not. Yeah, I think Soup streams sometimes. Yeah, Soup, you stream sometimes, right? He's been planning on doing some streaming. Oh yeah, you're very welcome, Vault. Yeah, no worries, buddy. Yeah, I love you guys, dude, and I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I don't know. He's been talking about once in a blue. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. So I'll throw him in there. He's been working on getting is your avatar all done? He's got Soup's got like a one of those animated avatars and stuff that's supposed to be getting made up for him and all that kind of noise, yeah. But yeah, he's VTubing it up, baby. Yeah. But yeah, I got you. Don't me. Don't me. Well, I got you added in too. That way, if you're ever streaming and I'm not live, people can go check you out, brother. It's so good to see everybody, dude. Let's see what else we got in here. Do video games cause violence in real life? No. We got this up. We'll talk about that. What's the best video games of 2024 so far? Helldivers 2, Pal World, probably some. What's the one the medieval sim game that came out? Manor Lords. What else am I missing? Probably Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You know, Dragon's Dogma 2 is gonna be up there. As much as it pissed me off at the end. Little Kitty Big City. That's it. That's where it's at. Vault. Robo Beat. Did it full access this year? Is that what it was? How was the trip? The trip was good. It was exhausting. You know. Boring game. Careful there. Stellar Blade is going to be up there. You're right. I think Stellar Blade is going to be up there. Very, very good call, Soup. I think so. Yeah, the trip was good, dude. It was, it was exhausting. A lot of driving, a lot of travel, and it was good to see family. And I don't want to travel again for quite some time. Fun little palate cleanser. Nice, dude. Nice. Got released like 2 days ago. I thought I saw it come across my feed. It's been so hard to keep up with stuff, dude. Yeah. So it's really good, dude. Yeah. Okay. Let's pull it up and take a look at it. I thought that it can't, because I had it on my wish list. I had so many games while I was gone come up on my wish list as like getting released and stuff, and it was just so hard to keep up with, man, because I was so busy. Robo Beat. Yeah. So yeah, May 14th. Very positive so far. 98. Nice, dude. Nice. Cool. Yeah, we'll take a quick peek at it today and in the news segment as well. Mullet Mad Jack just released too, like yesterday, right? Yeah, Mullet Mad Jack released yesterday, I think, correct? Let me take a look at that too. This game looked really cool, I remember. It's on my wish list as well. 98% positive as well already. Yeah, did release yesterday. Yeah, this game looks pretty dope. I remember watching this. Yeah, and it did. I do remember it looking really fast-paced as well. There's so many games I want to play right now. We'll look at that one as well. Thanks, Soup. I appreciate it. So many games I want to play right now. It's insane. Dude, we got to start making a list too. We got to start making a list. Hold on. That's not what I wanted. I'm an idiot. So we got to start making our list today of, or now that I'm back anyways. Do I want to make it on this or a whole new, I could just make it on this to make it easy. Yeah, schedule. Yeah, we'll do it on this. Wuthering Waves. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll probably just add a temporary sheet in here. We'll name this 2024 Summer Showcases. And I'll probably go ahead and start trying to get the summer showcases thrown in here. So now, at least temporarily, we'll have a sheet built up that will give us the dates, times, and the showcases that we need to remember and pay attention to when we will be watching them here when they happen. It'll probably start at the end of May with like PlayStation, and let's try and see if we can pull up a I bet there's some site that has like a comprehensive list right now. May 2024 showcase event. They always have one at in May, at the end of May. Hi, Soup. What? You're crazy, bro. $19 hours ago. Yeah. God, this song is good. I like that. Reminds you of Cyberpunk? Yeah. You can't ever listen to what Soup says anyways. Soup's got horrible taste. Yeah, they don't have a definitive date for this yet. Let's look at this then. Nice comeback, bro. Nuh-uh. I have great taste, McChicken. Let's do this. Oh, Jesus, dude. It's so good to be back, dude. Oh, man. It's so good to be back. I'm so tired, too, dude. Okay. Don't. Let's go with Games Radar. They usually have a pretty good list. There we go. Nice. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. Cool. We'll keep this in. We'll get this stuff put. Brother, the way I feel right now, I could sleep till September, dog. Oh, my God. I'm so tired, dude. So tired. I've got a little bit of a... And, dude, my allergy, all of our allergies got all jacked up being down there because we're not used to that environment anymore, you know? And it's spring, so everything's pollinating, you know? So all of our allergies got crazy, and we've got, like, a little cough going on and stuff. But I'll be all right. I am excited to play Lethal, though, dude. I am. I know we're going to get some good clips out of that and stuff. It's going to be fun. So we'll get all these dates right now, and we'll into this little added sheet for the schedule, and we'll continue to add to it as things pop off. And I'll make this a bookmark for us too. This is like some 80s vibes, dude. You can just see this being in like an aerobics video from the 80s. Everybody's wearing those like crazy leotards, bunch of sweatbands. You know? Poofy hair. The leg warmer. Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Side ponytail. You know? Oh, man. Push it to the limit. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Oh, man. Oh, it didn't pop off? Wait, what? Oh, no. Suck. We might have to shut everything down before we start playing games. Dude, I tested everything this morning, too, and it was fine. It's mad at me for being gone, I guess. Sorry, Vault. Here, I'll get you your points back. What the crap was that, dude? Let's try one of the other ones real quick. Yeah, it's broken. God dang it! I love how I test everything before I start streaming. Everything's like good, and then I start everything up, and it's like, Yeah, it would just break on you real quick. God dang, dude. Feels great. Here, hold on. Well, that sucks. Oh, wait. Oh. There's your points back, brother. Dude, I need to take care of all these. Oh, crap. I gotta leave that up. Alright. Yeah, this whole Microsoft thing was weird. We're going to talk about an amount of it this morning. I don't think that a lot of those studios were like real surprising, but Tango was surprising. It was really surprising to see the whole Tango thing. Tango going down was weird, and we talked an amount of it, and shout out to our buddy Timwin. Timwin brought it to my attention on Tuesday before I left. And then Timwin and I Timwin continued to bring me more information about it, you know, as I was gone and everything. It's a weird, it just didn't make sense at all. It really didn't make sense at all. Tango's always been a good studio. They've always done well. And then they make Hi-Fi Rush, and then they come out and say they're shutting down Tango. And then they talk about how they need better, smaller games. It's like, brother, you just shut down a studio that made the best game you released last year, and it was a $30 title, shadow dropped, crushed it, took the video game world by storm. Like, well, I mean, what else? Why, if that's what you want, why did you shut them down? It doesn't make any sense. You know, we'll talk about it. Indica looks dope. Well, it looks like that's working. It might just be the gifts. What's up, 8-Row? How you doing, buddy? Let me see something real quick. Sup, bro? See if that helps anything. Yeah, we're having some mix-it-up issues this morning. Yeah, I caught a little bit of that too, but it was like, what doesn't make sense is, why would you still stick with that? If they nailed it, they did. It was the only good thing that they really did last year. Why would they still stick with that? You know? If and again, we're talking about a studio that hasn't really ever had a bomb or anything. Evil Within 1 and 2 were very good. Ghostwire Tokyo was not mind-blowing. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't, you know, it didn't crush it necessarily. And then they come out with Hi-Fi Rush, and whether or not they had this plan in the first place of, you know, to get rid of Tango, after seeing how good they did with that, why would they stick with that plan other than just pride, you know? That seems weird. I don't really understand. they've been doing good. They've been doing good stuff. Even if they were initially like, well, Ghostwire Tokyo didn't do too good. We'll wait for them to release this last one and then we'll axe them. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. Especially when their whole narrative is, we want smaller studios doing better things with smaller games. It's like, Brother Tango, you know what I mean? They're the only one that did anything for you last year. Really. I mean, Starfield did okay, but it didn't meet expectations, you know, for the most part. I would say, as a whole, it didn't meet expectations. I think it's pretty easy to say that, you know. You're not wrong, Vault. You're not wrong, dude. Yeah. So I think that's just where everybody's like kind of flabbergasted right now about this whole situation. But we got some stuff. We'll talk about it. Nintendo plans to continue supporting physical media. Look, I'll say this is the one thing I've said about Nintendo for a while now. Nintendo's been smarter about the physical side of their media than the other console players have been. Why Xbox and PlayStation have stuck with optical, I do not understand. Now, unless you were going to move over to a new media type, like Nintendo has with like basically SD cartridges, you know, things like that, and still maintain also an optional disc because you're implementing optional optical drive because you're implementing, you know, backwards compatibility as a quality of life thing for your consumers, then I understand that. But that's not the play. We know that. So basically, Xbox and PlayStation have just been lost in the times, right? And I'm not somebody that really has a whole lot to say good about the way Nintendo does things for their consumers. But the way that they have advanced with their physical media, they've done a good job with that. Whereas we can see, we've seen multiple times on game releases, games haven't even been able to have physical media because it would take multiple discs, and the developer publisher doesn't want to do that. The Blu-rays can't handle the amount of data that a lot of these newer AAA games need. You know, it's an old type of media that they should have gotten away from, at least with this generation of consoles. Talked about this before I left, kind of. I'll pull it up real quick though and see if they say what the games were or anything. PS Plus free game is Game of the Year so far. Switch Online subscribers are going to get a free extra Game Boy game. South Park Snow Day didn't do very well, did it? I don't think. Hold on. What was this? This was RoboBeat. Let me see this. So we'll keep those up. Yeah, that's what I thought. It didn't get great reviews. What are you guys doing, Peaky? Yeah, I'm not surprised it's getting discounts already. It didn't do great. Dude, I talk about this all the time, but I mean, you know, they say Hades 2 proves lightning can strike twice. Look, man, How many times have you been waiting for the next iteration of a game to come out and they ruined it because they didn't stick true to what made the first game, or the previous iteration anyways, so good? They try to fix something that's not broken, you know? And it feels terrible when they try to do that kind of stuff. And honestly, I mean, with Hades 2, the one day I've played it so far, it feels very true to what made the first game. Feels so nice. Have they made some changes? Yeah, but at the core of what Hades 2 is, it feels very true to what made Hades 1 so phenomenal. And so, therefore, I think that, you know, you're going to have another great game on your hands. There's so many times where these companies try and take the next iteration of a game that is so beloved and change it too much. And they take away a lot of those aspects that made people love the previous iteration, and they break it. So people are like, it's not what I was looking for. It's not the same thing as what we got previously, you know? And they're like, well, I wonder why this didn't do as good. It's like, come on, man. Oh, there it is. Look at that. This is nice. We'll go one more page here and then we'll dive into this stuff. Steam users surprised with free download for classic game. Let's see what this is. Xbox report says Latitude Project will bring more games to PlayStation consoles. That's not a surprise. Inside Microsoft's Xbox terminal. Let's pull this in right here as well. Yeah, let's look at that. Here's another thing that I don't. Of course he gambas and wins. Here's what I don't understand too is like, you know, if a casino next to my hotel I haven't been to yet, ooh wee, dude, nice. Be careful though. I would say if you're gonna go gamble, make sure you got to, you know, set yourself an amount. I quit when I lose this amount. I quit when I win this amount. That's the best thing you can do if you're gonna gamble. Excuse me, I apologize. I'm flipping spent today. One of the other things about the whole Xbox situation with Tango that I don't understand is if they really were like, dude, they could have sold Tango. All on red. Let's go, dude. They could have sold Tango. You know? And as a development, and I mean, they obviously worked out some kind of deal to still retain the rights. And I don't understand what I mean, they could have still retained the rights to the titles. Like, I'm sure they still wanted Hi-Fi Rush on their platform and stuff. I just don't understand. They just crushed it. They just crushed Tango. Tango's a good developer. And there would have been plenty of other companies interested in having Tango, and Microsoft could have made money off of that. Instead, they just destroyed him. Just obliterated him. And that's another part of this that just does not make any sense to me. You know? I don't get it. Square has confirmed U.S. and European layoffs as part of the restructuring. New Doom game rumors grow stronger after updated Bethesda. If you're wanting a Sly Cooper game, it is not in development by Sucker Punch, by the way. Alright, let's stick with this. That's like 6 pages. Alright, let's see what we got here. Square Enix confirms Europe layoffs as part of the restructuring. Publishing, IT, and Square Enix's collective indie games labels are affected. Sly Cooper game. Yeah, apparently there were some rumors going around that a new Sly Cooper game was being made, and they're shooting those rumors down. They're saying, no, that's not happening. We're not. And who knows? You know, that happens all the time, though, right? Where there'll be, like, some leaked information that goes out, and they'll deny because they don't want people to know until they're ready for people to know. So maybe there is, and they just don't want people to know, but they're denying it right now. Square is set to make an unconfirmed number of layoffs as part of ongoing company restructuring. It told staff in an internal meeting on Monday, VGC understands. According to people who were in attendance, Square Enix president Takashi Kiryu said that both the company's American and European arms would be hit with layoffs, which will happen over the course of the next month. The scale of the layoffs wasn't shared, but staff were told that people working in publishing, IT, and Square Enix's collective indie games division will be predominantly affected. Those impacted will be informed this week, staff were told. In the UK, employees will enter into a 1-month consultancy period as per local employment law, while US-based staff could leave their roles before June. Following the internal meetings on Monday, many of Square Enix's main Slack channels were locked, VGC was told. The layoffs coincided with the publication of the company's quarterly financial results today, in which Square said it plans to, quote, rebuild overseas business divisions from the ground up, and has begun optimizing costs at its European and American offices via structural reforms. VGC has asked Square for comment on this story. Kiryu, who was appointed as the Final Fantasy firm's new boss in June of last year, has been enacting a large-scale reorganization of Square Enix's development efforts in an effort to reverse recent disappointing sales of its biggest games. In Japan, Square Enix recently promoted a new group of creators to its executive officers and placed checks on producers' influence over individual projects, according to Bloomberg. Tifa. So good. Earlier today, Square Enix published a new medium-term business plan which revealed its intention to make its AAA games multi-platform going forward. The plan, which publisher has dubbed Square Enix Reboots and Awakens, lays out a 3-year strategy which it hopes will lead long-term growth. Square Enix's latest financial results indicated that profits were down nearly 70% from the previous year, partly due to the recognition of 141 million US or 22,087 million yen in losses on disposal of content as an extraordinary loss. Those losses are related to the cancellation of projects that don't fit with their future strategies, suggesting they may have been either tied to a single platform or relied too heavily on external developers. Square said that going forward, it will aggressively pursue a multi-platform strategy that includes Nintendo platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and PCs. By doing this, it will be able to build an environment where more consumers can enjoy their titles in regards to major franchises and AAA titles, including catalog titles. While not explicitly mentioned in the plan, recent Final Fantasy games, including Remake, FF16, and Rebirth, all launched on PS5 as PS5 exclusives, and it's been claimed that sales of the latter titles have been underwhelming. I think a lot of these companies, again, we've talked about this a lot, but I think a lot of these companies are starting to see the same thing that Xbox has been seeing for a long time, and are more willing to jump into the whole, multi-platform. It's not as lucrative anymore to be exclusive. It just isn't. It's going to be more lucrative to have your game in the hands of more players. Have more accessibility to people buying your game on multiple platforms and everything than it is to just be exclusive for a period of time. So we'll see what happens. But more layoffs coming for Square. Not a huge surprise, but unfortunate. New Doom game rumors grow stronger after update at Bethesda. So, they crushed like 4 studios, and now they're going to make a new Doom game? after saying that they need, smaller studios. You know what? Let's put this back here. Let's put this back here with all the Microsoft stuff. Now, this coincides with the Square Enix stuff. So, Square confirms its canceled games don't fit with its new development strategy. They were incompatible with its plans for multi-platform games and internal development. Publisher had previously suggested it would be canceling projects but wasn't specific about the details. During a meeting held in late March, the company said it expected to report content abandonment losses as part of its plans to overhaul its development process to improve game quality. Now, as part of its latest financial results report, it has now officially confirmed cancellations and explained why they were made. As we just talked about, the new report says profits were down nearly 70% from the previous year. According to the report, these losses were based on the termination of development efforts for some key pieces of content in the digital entertainment segment, essentially meaning game cancellations. The company says the projects were canceled because they don't fit with its new medium-term business plan, specifically its new approach to how HD games are developed. In the new strategy titled Square Enix Reboots and Awakens, like we just talked about as well, publisher highlights a number of ways it plans to deliver high-quality games and make more players happy. Yeah, again, planning to aggressively pursue a multi-platform strategy, meaning less exclusives. You know, they're not going to be doing as many of those exclusive games for... And again, the exclusivity period is not forever on most of these games. It's an exclusivity time period, but it's still not worth it for them, it looks like, moving forward, right? So they're looking to get away from, I guess, that business strategy of having these exclusives, which they've done for such a long time. Okay, that's the gist of that. Oh, what a banger. PlayStation Plus free game is Game of the Year so far. The second highest rated game of 2024 is free with PS Plus. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Highest rated game of 2024 is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The second highest rated game, which boasts a 91, is free via PS Plus. Game came out 4 days ago. It's called Animal Well from developer Billy Basso. Dude, so I'm guessing that Stellar Blade went down, yeah? Stellar Blade must have gone down in reviews by a little bit. Because it was the highest, correct? Or maybe it's still highest user, but maybe not highest critic review. We'll pull it up. Let me see this. I can't type. Yeah. So it's a 9.2 user, but an 82 meta. Interesting. Okay. Not only have critics been waxing lyrical about Animal Well, but consumers seem to be enjoying it as well. On Steam, the game has already amassed almost 3,700 user reviews, 96% positive. Means the game is overwhelmingly positive at this time. Coupling this, PS Plus subscribers over on Reddit have been heaping praise on the game, which is free with the PS Plus Extra and Premium tiers of the PS4 and PS5 subscription service. Animal Well is amazing, and on PS Plus Extra reads one of the top posts on the PS5 Reddit page right now. Please play the game. Full of heart, great gameplay, amazing art, and truly my indie game of the year so far. It's a true gem, and it's on PS Plus Extra. They're saying it is They're saying if you don't like Metroidvanias, it's hard to imagine this changing with Animal Well. It's very hard. 3, it doesn't offer much in terms of story, so if you need some narrative to keep you going, you probably won't vibe with it. If you're okay with all of those, prepare to spend 6 to 15 hours, and you'll probably enjoy it. Pull it up. I think it's on my wish list. Hold on. Wait, what? I thought that... Did I not? Oh, I did. Yeah. Okay. My bad. Let's look up Animal Well. Yeah, over 5,000 reviews now, 96% positive still. Yeah, this game does look dope. It has been on my wish list for a while. And if you're interested on, it's a 91 on Metacritic. Very good. I must say, I would like to have more than, you know, roughly probably 12 hours of gameplay. But there's nothing wrong with shorter games. I like my Metroidvanias to be a little bit, you know, closer to like maybe 25 to 30 hours worth of gameplay, something like that at least. Get a real nice chunky experience in my Metroidvanias. But this has always looked very good, and people apparently are really, really enjoying this. So, all right, Aro, have a good day, buddy. It's good to see you, man. But if you want to see it on Steam, there it is. Appreciate you, brother. Switch Online subscribers get extra free Game Boy game. What are we talking about here? 3 Game Boy games have been added for the month of May. Super Mario Land, Baseball, and Alleyway. Everyone's getting these 3 games. Some subscribers in some parts of the world are getting a 4th free game. Bad news for many is this game is exclusive to Japan. The good news is it's still pretty easy to get even if you aren't in Japan. Make a Japanese Nintendo Switch account, online account for free. From here you have a few options. Change the country of your account to Japan. That said, you only need a Japanese account for the initial download of the Japanese Nintendo Switch online app. After this, any account in any country can launch the game. If you run into a problem, it is probably because you have the auto-renew feature turned on, which doesn't allow you to change your account's region. If this is the case, you can turn it off, do what you need to do, and then turn it back on. The game is Karu no Tami Nikane wa Naru, only released in Japan. Translated, the game's title is The Frog for Whom the Bell Tolls, which is a play on Ernest Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls. Released in '92. Japanese exclusive and a Game Boy exclusive. Developed by Intelligent Systems, best known for Fire Emblem series. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what we got. Those graphics, though. Oh, you talking about Helldivers 2, bro? No, you're good. I figured that's what you were talking about. So PlayStation still didn't allow non-PlayStation countries to buy the game. Okay. Wait, but I thought they took the entire requirement away, didn't they? So didn't they? pull back the entire PlayStation requirement, network requirement? Or am I tripping? That's the last thing I had heard. Is they were like, yeah, that's what they said. But now you can't even buy it if you're in a non. What? So wait. Now, and we're talking about on PC, right? On Steam? We're talking about on Steam? People who haven't bought the game already. That's what I was getting ready to ask. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So what they did is they delisted it. They delisted it in all those countries where a PSN account is not available, right? That's probably what they did, yeah? If you already own it, you already own it, but they delisted it in all those countries, and they're not going to list it again. That's interesting. I did not know that. Huh. This is probably something you're going to see moving forward too, right? So for any game that is in the same situation as Helldivers 2, I think moving forward, what you're going to see is if they want you to have a PlayStation Network account, they're just not going to list those games on PC in those countries where PlayStation Networks aren't allowed anymore. Probably. They just won't allow games to be listed in those countries anymore. Which sucks. Go Sony. Yo, I didn't know that. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. So there's all your games. Yeah, super rude. Yeah, but I mean, consider me not surprised. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? Unfortunately. So there you go. There's the games coming to Switch Online for the Game Boy games coming to Switch Online. And if you want to go through the process of, if you don't live in Japan, you want to get that 4th extra free game, they've got your steps in here to get it. I'll link this for you guys. yeah, absolutely, Finky. Yeah, feels pretty scummy, doesn't it? Yeah, feels pretty gross. But you know, I mean, these are these are the exact things I'm talking about behind these companies, where where people need to, in my opinion, take a closer look at, like, is this the kind of company you want to be supporting? They're going to do this kind of thing to you as like a consumer, right? This was quite the, I think, showcase of showing how incompetent Sony can be and PlayStation can be. You know, it feels really bad, and then they're willing to just make themselves look like this by doing exactly what you just told us. You know, it's like, gross, dude. That's pretty bad, but people will continue to buy their stuff, you know, and let them continue to get away with that kind of crap. It's pretty disgusting. We know Soup will. We know Soup will. He loves those paperweights, man. Yo, Steam users surprised with free download for classic game. A 90s classic is now on Steam and free to download. Steam users have a new free download of a classic game from 94, as you may know. 94 was the year that the PS1 was released, as well as the Sega Saturn and the Atari Jaguar. Meanwhile, on the games front, gamers were treated to the likes of Super Metroid, Final Fantasy VII, Donkey Kong Country. No, that was 6. My bad. Final Fantasy 6. Donkey Kong Country, Tekken, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Daytona USA, Sonic 3, and Knuckles. Doom 2, Earthworm Jim, Clockwork Knight, Ace Driver, The King of Fighters 94, NBA Jam. What a banger. Killer Instinct, Cruisin' USA, Darkstalkers, The Night Warriors, also a great game. Revolution X, Alien vs. Predator, Madden, NFL 95, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and Super Bomberman 2. It was a landmark year for the hobby and part of the era where arcades hadn't been wiped out by the console gaming just yet. As a result, fighting games were also still massive. It was around this time first-person shooters again started to gain some footing in the industry. At this point, Doom 2 was out. Meanwhile, Bungie, the creators of Halo and Destiny, put themselves on the map with Marathon. A sci-fi first-person shooter that was exclusive to the Mac. Because it was locked to the Mac, it didn't light the world on fire commercially, but it reviewed very well and was a success for the platform. As a result, it spawned a trilogy that was completed with Marathon 2, Durandal, and Marathon Infinity. It released in 95 and 96, respectively. In 96, the game was ported to the Pippin, and in 2011, it was ported to iOS. Fast forward, and this week, it was stealth released on Steam. More than this, it was made free to download. The Steam listing makes no mention of Steam Deck compatibility, so those on the handheld Valve machine may run into issues trying to run the game on Steam Deck, if they can run it at all. That said, this is just speculation because the Steam listing for the game has no mention of the compatibility for Steam Deck. Many Steam users have taken advantage of the free download. There is currently 132 user reviews already at 96% positive. Cool, man. Classic 1994 Bungie FPS Marathon. Now, this is the announcement for their new revamp of the Marathon game or series. So that's not what you would be playing. Let's pull it up on Steam. Sega Saturn. Bro, I gotta show you guys. Check this out. Look at what my mom got me, dude. It's a Dreamcast ornament, dude. It's a Christmas ornament. It's Dreamcast. How sick is that? She's already gotten me like the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, and I think the Sega plays like Sonic music. I think that the Super Nintendo plays like Super Mario World music. I don't know. I haven't even opened this one yet. She just had these like laying around her house. She's like, I forgot to send these to you guys. So she sent it with me. You know what I mean? So she buys me video game ornaments. You know. It's pretty crazy. Oh, press the power button to see the ornament illuminate and hear sounds from the game Sonic Adventure. So it actually like there's a little Sonic right here on the controller that'll like light up and maybe do some stuff, and it actually has sound on this one too from Sonic's Adventure. Isn't that dope? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, OA mom for the win, yeah. Let's pull this up real quick. Marathon. Oh, they've got Classic Marathon, Classic Marathon Infinity, Classic Marathon 2. They got all these. Wow, check that out. Interesting. And they're all free, yo. Here. There's Classic Marathon. Marathon 2. These are the links for all of them on Steam, yo. Oh, this one says coming soon. So this one's not even out yet. Marathon 2's not out yet. My bad. Let's look at Marathon Infinity. Yeah, Marathon Infinity's not yet either. But they are saying these will be free to play. So if you're interested in playing all the old school Marathon games, and you can start out with the first one. Looks like Infinity and Marathon 2 are going to be coming as well. So there you go. Pretty neat. Asteroids, Myst, Resident Evil, SimCity, and Ultima inducted into the World Video Game Hall of Fame. They inducted 5 games this year. In early access. Yeah, at least, bro. Yeah, they totally failed. So we touched on this back in like what, March? Whenever they came out, I think it was March. They came out with all the nominees for the Video Game Hall of Fame this year, and I mean, it was. There's always an amount that seem real, at least to me, real easy as ones that should be inducted. But last year was a weird year where there were a number that for me felt like they should have been inducted, in like GoldenEye. GoldenEye, I'm pretty sure, was one. GoldenEye 007 GoldenEye was a game that for me was like an easy win, and it didn't make it. And like Barbie made it instead, and it was like, what? You know? And I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade on Barbie, but I mean, in regards to video gaming history, a game like 007 GoldenEye getting shunned for a spot in the Video Game Hall of Fame. Hey, Barbie is true gamer game. You know, it just felt a little bit weird. So I don't know, but I mean, you know, these are some that I really expected to see in, like SimCity, Myst, Resident Evil, Asteroids. You know, those are some that you go, oh yeah, dude, those are easy ones. Ultima as well, for sure. In total, all the nominees. What were all the nominees? They show a list of the nominees. So anyone can nominate a game to the World Video Game Hall of Fame. Members of an internal selection advisory committee submit their top 3 choices from the list of finalists. Fans are also invited to weigh in online. The public as a whole is treated as a single committee member, which is interesting. What were the other yeah, so the other parts of the finalists for this year's Hall of Fame was Elite, Guitar Hero, which I could see as well, Metroid Easy, Neopets, Tokamiki, A Memorial, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and You Don't Know Jack. So those are the other ones that were nominated, right? And then these are the ones that actually made it in this year. So this is what we just found out. These are the in fact games that got inaugurated into being in the Video Game Hall of Fame this year. Which, bangers, dude, for sure. No doubt. Let's talk about this Hi-Fi Rush situation. Well, really, I mean, Hi-Fi Rush / Tango Gameworks situation, right? So, again, this is kind of a week-old news now for the most part, but I haven't gotten to really talk about it much because I've been gone on vacation, and shout out to Tinwin for making me aware of it before I left, and then kind of keeping me in the loop as I've been gone. I really appreciate it. What I've kind of been made privy to for the most part from Tinwin was that, you know, in large part, there are a lot of studios that got shut down, or about a handful, really. And most of them you could understand, but Tango was the one that didn't make a whole lot of sense. And as Vault and I were discussing this morning, there were some rumors flying around that this was something that had been predetermined for quite some time, that Tango was going to get shut down. But they were kind of waiting potentially for them to release Hi-Fi Rush first. And Hi-Fi Rush released last year. It was really, you know, one of the only real decent things that Xbox did last year. You know, across the board, consensus-wise, you know, I think that Starfield was lucrative enough for them, but consensus-wise, a lot of people were not real thrilled with what Starfield was. Hi-Fi Rush was something that, as an Xbox subsidiary, Tango crushed. They did very, very good. They've always done fairly well with their games. Ghostwire Tokyo wasn't like a slam dunk or anything. It wasn't bad, but the Evil Within games were very good. Hi-Fi Rush, out of nowhere, $30 price point, which was always really refreshing to see. And even if they had determined that it was a studio they wanted to shut down, it feels weird they didn't pivot off this, And then, there's just a lot of weirdness about why this went down the way it did. And then this happened. They shut down all these studios, with Tango being one, and then what's one of their quotes that comes out right afterwards from like Sarah Bond and the top of their gaming division at Xbox is like, well, we need smaller studios making smaller games, and it's like, brother, you guys just shut down Tango. It's like literally what you're just stating that you guys need. You just shut down the studio you had that was doing that for you, which didn't make any sense. And whether or not they had decided that this was their move for a while now, if they had a studio making games for them that were doing this well, why would you stick to that premise? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And it doesn't seem like they're being real clear about it, There have been a lot of people, myself included, that have been fans of Tango for quite some time now. And it's not like Tango's was a developer you couldn't rely on to at least have pretty decent content. Like I said, Ghostwire Tokyo, I don't think blew anybody out of the water, but it was entertaining as a game. And the Evil Within games were bangers. And then Hi-Fi Rush took the gaming world by storm last year. And again, it was one of the only good things Xbox did. And now they're just willing to crush them. And not just that, but I mean, they didn't even consider trying to like sell them off or anything. It just feels really weird. I don't understand. I think a lot of people are kind of lost on this situation. So let's dive in here. A Hi-Fi Rush developer was reportedly in the process of pitching a sequel when Xbox shut it down. Hi-Fi Rush developer Tango Gameworks was set to pitch a sequel to its acclaimed rhythm action game when Microsoft shut the studio down, according to a new report. And here's the thing. If Xbox had this planned to shut down Tango before they even ever released, which is some of that rumor mill talk we've been getting, that water cooler talk, that they'd had this planned for a while before they even released Hi-Fi Rush, then obviously Tango didn't know about it. Because Tango was apparently trying to work on pitching Hi-Fi Rush 2, which is appropriate considering the first one did so well, right? Hi-Fi Rush developer Tango Gameworks was set to pitch a sequel to its acclaimed rhythm action game when Microsoft shut the studio down, according to a new report. Information comes from Bloomberg reporter Jason Schreier, citing people familiar with Xbox's plans. Schreier writes the studio closures included Tokyo-based Tango Gameworks, which last year released the critically acclaimed action game Hi-Fi Rush. Tango was in the process of pitching a sequel, said the people, who asked not to be identified, discussing non-public information. The report additionally alleges that Arcane had been looking to return to its roots by pitching a new single-player immersive sim game, such as a new entry in the Dishonored series. It's unclear whether that pitch would have come specifically from the now defunct Arcane Austin, its sister studio Arcane Lion, or some combination of the two. Yeah, so people that thought that like the entire Arcane studio was gone, that's not the case. Arcane Austin has been dissolved. That's the studio that made Redfall. Arcane Lion is still pumping. They're still doing stuff, and they're still making Blade. On Twitter, Schreier notes that the suggestion was that rather than consolidate by canceling games already in production, ZeniMax chose to shut down the two studios with projects that weren't yet greenlit and faced long, expensive roads, among other factors. Other cuts at Xbox are also coming, according to the report, though there are no details on where those layoffs or shutdowns might happen. The report describes the closure of Tango Austin, Arcane Austin, and others this week as the result of a widespread cost-cutting initiative that still isn't finished. A few months ago, well before these studios' closures, Xbox laid off nearly 2,000 employees. Want another Prey game? I never played them, dude, but I heard good things about them. After a year of Xbox execs celebrating Hi-Fi Rush as a breakout hit and saying we don't quit on games like Redfall, everyone wants to know what changed. I knew they would not be able to save Redfall. I knew it. I was saying it. Redfall was too far gone. Redfall was too far gone. But how do you quit on a studio like Tango and a game like Hi-Fi Rush that was one of the only good things you guys did over the past year and a half? You know? That's what doesn't make sense. This whole we don't quit on games like Redfall felt more like them trying to save face for me. They dumped a lot of money into this premise of Redfall, and that game never looked good to me. It never piqued my interest, and rightfully so. It came out, it was quite awful for most people, and it quickly lost all its player base, you know. But Hi-Fi Rush was a different situation. So, it feels really weird to have had Tango, a studio that consistently pushed out solid products, and most recently really was about the only great thing Xbox did over the past year and a half. There was something there. You had things like Pentiment. Pentiment was another low profile game that did very well. You know, it wasn't the same status as Hi-Fi Rush though. And again, there was Starfield, which I think retail wise did very well, but you know, consensus review wise, most people were not thrilled with it. Some people enjoyed it, and more power to you if you did, but across the board, most people were not thrilled with Starfield. Most people that played Hi-Fi Rush were really, really impressed with Hi-Fi Rush, which is why it became so popular, you know? Now, into this, we get like, these are some of the posts that I was getting from Tinwin while I was gone over the past week, and I was trying to keep up with some of what was happening here. And so this was a post from Wario64 saying Microsoft says it needs games like Hi-Fi Rush the day after killing its studio. Quote, we need smaller games that give us prestige and awards. Matt Booty, head of Xbox Game Studios, told employees in a town hall today. And this was after they had announced they were shutting down Tango. How stupid is that? That doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand. And it almost makes more sense when you think about the fact of, well, maybe they had already planned on shutting down Tango even before Hi-Fi Rush came out. But then are they just that prideful that they can't go back and reassess the situation of how well it was for them? That's some meme potential there. Yeah, it is, dude. That's what I'm saying. How stupid is that? Are they that prideful that they can't go back and reassess this situation and go, maybe we were wrong about Tango? You know, maybe we need to reassess this situation and hold on to them. They're just like, we've already, you know, we'll just get rid of them. It's literally, like I said, I mean, Hi-Fi Rush was one of the only great things, if not the greatest thing, they've had happen to them over the past year and a half. And they're willing to just shut the studio down. Again, and where is there, you know, if it was that bad for them to have Tango, you can't tell me there was not another company willing to take Tango on. But instead they just dissolve them? You know what I mean? This just seems weird. Instead of trying to shop them around and see what they might be able to get out of Tango from another, you know, studio or publisher or somebody buying them and putting them underneath, they just dissolve them. It does seem weird, doesn't it? It seems like there's something missing there that we don't have. And then onto this, where, oh, look what we got, baby. It's the first rando mode of being back. Let's go. All right, dude. Cool Cat or Curse Lit, dude. Let's go, peoples. Try to get you a free sub. Xbox President Sarah Bond responds to a question from Bloomberg's Dina Bass about why Hi-Fi Rush developer Tango Gameworks was shut down. Let's listen to this. I've already seen it, but listen to this, okay?
I think one of of the things that was most upsetting both to Xbox gamers and to employees is that, one of the shuttered studios in particular just created a hit game, did really well on Game Pass in terms of engagement, and won a ton of awards. Shouldn't succeeding in that way ensure the future of a studio?
One of the things I really love about the games industry is it's a creative art form. And it means that the situation and what success is for each game and studio is also really unique. Like, there's no one size fits all to it for us. And so we look at each studio, each game team, and we look at a whole variety of factors when we're faced with sort of making decisions and trade-offs like that. But it all comes back to our long-term commitment to the games we create, the devices we build, the services, and ensuring that we're setting ourselves up to be able to deliver on those promises.
Way to not answer the question. You know what I mean? Like, what? Way to not answer the question. Yeah, and come, dude, she was ready for that, right? I mean, come on. This is like your typical, like, political kind of response to avoid directly answering a question, right? Yeah, beat around the bush, exactly. Yeah. I would have loved for that individual asking the questions there to have been like, yeah, but can you answer the question that I asked you? You know what I mean? Like, come on, Sarah Bond. She was ready for that. Let's be fair. She was ready for that, and she knew already. She had been prepared for how to answer that question. They knew this was coming. They knew they were going to get asked that question. She was prepared for it with some weird default scapegoaty kind of answer to be able to exactly, like True said, beat around the bush and not directly answer what everybody wants to know. And again, why are they just completely shutting it down? If they don't want Tango anymore, they don't want this amazing studio, why aren't they letting somebody else take them over? Why aren't they trying to make some money off of them? They look so stupid right now. I don't understand it. But what a dumb answer to a question. No disrespect to Sarah here, but her answer doesn't remotely address any of the good and valid questions presented by Dina. Nothing in the response gives any sort of justification in shutting down Tango. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Bro, this is like the new Beyonce. You know, the Beyonce. Brother, that look. Did not address the question directly at all. Yeah, dude, this is the first time I've even looked at these comments. You know? She is visibly uncomfortable and absolutely dodged the question. Yeah, this is the first time I've looked at any of these comments. And everybody's saying exactly what we all thought as well, right? She just forgot the question when she started answering. How stupid, bro. They had this answer scripted in the bank. Told you, that's the same thing I said. Probably prepared for 50 variations of this question. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dude. That's flipping funny, dude. Oh, God. I was expecting PR response. I got a PR response. Why am I still so annoyed with this? Yeah. And boom, no answer was given. Dude, exactly. Everybody's saying the same thing that we're thinking here. You know, how dumb was this? Didn't answer the question at all. Just scapegoated it. You know what I mean? Just completely bounced around it. Insanely bad, dude. Insanely bad. I don't understand. I don't think anybody else understands either, and it doesn't make any sense at all. I think the worst thing, the thing that feels so bad for me, dude, I've been promoting Tango as one of the still decent AAA studios out there, I'm like, bro, we've still got some decent AAA studios out there. Larian, Tango, and then what does Xbox do? Crush Tango for no reason. You know what I mean? It's like, what's happening, dude? What's happening? It makes me wonder if Tango is the kind of studio that actually has some kind of like integrity, some kind of moral compass about the way that they conduct their business, and it just doesn't align with the scumminess that Xbox wants them to be. And so Xbox is like, yeah, we'll just shut you down. Inside Microsoft's Xbox turmoil, Microsoft is making tough Xbox decisions amid a game industry that's hurting. Yeah. Just hours after learning that Microsoft was shutting down a number of game studios this week, Dinga Bakaba, head of Microsoft-owned Arcane Lion, decided to let the company know that how he felt about the decision right in public. Don't throw us into gold fever gambits. Don't use us as strawmen for miscalculations, blind spots. Don't make our work environments Darwinist jungles, Bakaba wrote on X. Oh, they promoted him? We can't have that. That's right, dude. Yeah. That dude likes one of our subsidiaries. Get him out of here. They've got to be too good. Bakaba, whose studio wasn't impacted by the layoffs this week, said this message was aimed at any executive reading this, including the Xbox leaders behind the latest wave of layoffs. It was a rare public display of criticism, but sources at Microsoft tell me it reflects a growing discontent and fear among Xbox employees about what comes next. Microsoft's latest round of layoffs shocked both employees and fans. Arcane Austin's big Redfall update was on the way with a new offline mode, and the DLC was being worked on just hours before the studio was closed. The shutdown of Tango Gameworks, the studio behind Hi-Fi Rush, has surprised people the most. The game was considered an Xbox hit, winning praise among critics and making its way to PS5 earlier this year. Even Microsoft was happy with Hi-Fi Rush. Quote, Hi-Fi Rush was a breakout hit for us and our players in all key measurements and expectations, said Aaron Greenberg, head of Xbox Games Marketing, just a year ago. We couldn't be happier with what the team at Tango delivered with this surprise release. Greenberg and Xbox chief Phil Spencer both visited Tango in September, playing games with the team and posing for group photos. Now the studio is the latest victim of layoffs that have rocked the game industry over the past 18 months. 3 Bethesda studios, Arcane Austin, Tango Gameworks, and Alpha Dog Games, are being shuttered, and the team at Roundhouse Studios is moving into ZeniMax Online Studios. Studio closures come less than 6 months after Microsoft laid off 1,900 Activision Blizzard and Xbox employees, and just months after Sony closed some of its own game studios and laid off around 900 employees. The depressing list of layoffs at game studios continues to grow on a weekly basis, with GTA 6 and Bioshock publisher Take-Two laying off hundreds of employees last month and cutting projects. Inside Xbox, there's now uncertainty about what the future holds and questions over Microsoft's gaming strategy. While Microsoft is looking towards a more PC-like future for its Xbox console, the company continues to battle a slowdown in Game Pass subscribers, lackluster Xbox console sales, and game launch delays. Combination of these events led to 4 previously Xbox exclusive games launching on the PS5 recently, and some landing on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah. They're debating whether to put Call of Duty games on Game Pass. They're considering increasing the price of Game Pass Ultimate again, which just happened last year. In yesterday's memo from Matt Booty, head of Xbox Game Studios, there was a hint of reprioritization for Bethesda teams that we may well see elsewhere with Xbox. These changes are grounded in prioritizing high-impact titles and further investing in Bethesda's portfolio of blockbuster games, said Booty, before noting that Xbox is doubling down on Bethesda franchises that are best positioned for success. Did Hi-Fi Rush really not meet that bar? Now there will be inevitable questions about what other Xbox games aren't best positioned for success. Xbox now has a strong lineup of games planned for 2024, with Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 set to debut in a matter of weeks. Again, I can't imagine anybody paying $50 for this game. Game Pass is the way to play this game. 8 hours of gameplay. It looks visually very good, but it's only 8 hours gameplay, no replayability, anything like this. This is a Game Pass kind of game to play, right? I don't think this is a game you should be spending $50 on. Understand Hellblade 2 is another game that Microsoft has been considering for the PS5, if it ever happens. And Xbox employees are now bracing for what's next. Seems unlikely that we've seen the last of Microsoft's gaming layoffs and cutbacks. Whispers among employees that core Xbox game studios are set for cutbacks next. It doesn't make any sense, dude. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't think anybody really gets the Tango situation, the Tango side of this, you know. It's such a really weird situation. And the last part of this is that with Bethesda, apparently we're getting a new Doom game now. New Doom game rumors grow stronger after update at Bethesda. Bethesda is preparing for a new Doom announcement. Continues to look like Bethesda is laying the groundwork to reveal a new game in the Doom franchise relatively soon. This past week, a word of a new Doom entry first began gaining traction when the franchise was seemingly teased to have a new announcement at June's Xbox Game Showcase. Now, Bethesda itself has given further credence to the speculation by registering a trademark that very much looks to be tied to Doom. Recently, it was discovered that Bethesda submitted a trademark for the term IDKFA earlier in 2024. Trademark hasn't been approved, but it's known to be tied for a video game of some sort. As for how IDKFA is related to Doom in the first place, the term is known for being a cheat code that works with the original Doom and Doom 2. With this in mind, it's very likely this trademark is somehow related to the next game in the Doom series. Been a little more than 4 years since Eternal was released. I would say that if we have something new from Doom coming, pretty safe bet that we'll see it at the beginning of next month when the summer showcases happen. So we'll see what happens. Here we go. EA reportedly considering implementing in-game ads in AAA titles. Consider me not surprised. Pinky, thank you, buddy. Look, man, we've talked a lot about this whole situation of ads in games, live ad space in the titles we play, stuff like that, right? Whether you want to talk about live service titles and they take something like, you know, maybe something very, very popular and with a consistently high player count, player base like Fortnite, for example, and putting live ad space in those kinds of games. Or, I mean, product placement's been in games forever. You know, I remember we played the Fear games in during our 2021 Scaretober, and the first Fear game was from like mid 2000s, and you would run around in that game and you'd see big, thick, chunky, you know, the old school Dell XPS were like the epitome of gaming. If you weren't building your own gaming rigs at that point in the PC realm of gaming, then, you know, the XPS stuff was high gaming hardware at that time. And you'd run through the Fear games, you know, and you see big chunky FPS Dell laptops, you know, like big flipping bricks. Product placement, you know, so that, I mean, that's ad space. It's definitely different today than it, because things have evolved so greatly, the way they're able to implement it. And we just talked here recently how Roku, I mean, and I've never owned a Roku device. I've never owned a Roku TV. And now with what I'm finding out about how Roku, with this new patent, what they're trying to do, I'll explain in a moment. I will never own a Roku TV now, or a Roku device of any sort for that matter. What Roku is trying to do is make it to where anytime a consumer using one of their products, for instance, is playing a video game and the game is in a state of where basically you're trying to make it to where the devices can tell that the game will be in a paused state, if you will. And anytime the game's in a paused state, then it'll pop ad space in. You know, they'll just play ads. You know, I'm not about it, dude. Yeah, I know. And I think that's why I bring it up, is because to an extent we've become familiar with it, right? To an extent we've been dealing with ad space or product placement in games and stuff like that for a while. But I do agree with you. Straight up ads in games, or even to the same thing that I'm talking about with the Roku stuff, it gets very what's the word I'm looking for? It feels real gross. It's it almost is. I can kind of compare it to the same thing as like Dragon's Dogma 2 with the way the game was, with the microtransactions. I mean, it feels gross in that way, right? The ad space does. Like whether they want to like make it to where you're playing through a game, and then occasionally, like on a loading screen, you're gonna have to deal with ads or whatever, or instead of just some kind of nice loading screen that has to do with the game, or anything. I mean, there are all kinds of different ways where they're trying to come up with this kind of stuff, and it doesn't feel good, man. It doesn't feel good. Whether it be the manufacturers of hardware and devices and things like that trying to find ways where they can put in ad space, none of it feels good. It feels like they're just. And this is the thing. They're going to try and incorporate as much of an invasion into where it doesn't even necessarily wouldn't normally be able to fit. That's the bad thing, right? That's the bad thing. When this starts really becoming prominent, what you're going to see is they're going to try and, to the best of their ability, incorporate a lot of these ads into places where they wouldn't normally go as well, and they're going to try to get people comfortable with it. And we just can't let that happen, man. It feels so disgusting. I agree. The product placement thing is not nearly as much of an issue. I was just trying to point out a fact that we've dealt with it to an extent for a while, right? But EA reportedly considering implementing in-game ads in AAA titles. This is really disgusting, man. So EA is considering more heavily implementing advertisements within its AAA titles, according to the studio's CEO during a recent earnings call. With a wide library of games, EA has grown into one of the largest third-party developers in the gaming industry, with everything from Battlefield and Need for Speed to sports games in its repertoire. The studio has helped to publish some of gaming's most popular franchises like The Sims and Apex Legends, among others. Now EA is reportedly looking at more aggressive ads within its games. EA and its subsidiaries have experimented with in-game ads in the past, often sparking up controversy among fans. An update to The Sims 4 earlier this year featured an aggressive ad push within the game, adding a shop button to the game's user interface that encourages players to buy the newest expansions. EA has also received criticism from fans for its in-game ad practices, featuring heavy advertising in its sports games and even retroactively placing ads in games like UFC 4. Now, a new statement from EA CEO suggests the company is looking to push in-game ads even more. Big surprise. Let me tell you what. EA considering more dynamic ads in AAA games. As reported by The Verge, during a recent earnings call within the company's EA CEO, Andrew Wilson spoke on the company. Excuse me, I'm sorry. EA CEO Andrew Wilson spoke on the company's stance regarding in-game advertisements. According to Wilson, the developer is considering more dynamic ad insertion within EA's AAA game releases, revealing the company is working on a new system. Wilson did say that EA was looking for thoughtful implementations of in-game ads within the studio's new games, suggesting that work on the new ad policy was still early. The CEO did, however, express more excitement at the potential for greater advertisements outside the games. More aggressive ad policy from EA within its games would likely spark significant controversy among fans. Yes, with in-game ads being a hot-button issue, the prevalence of younger gamers has led several games to change their advertisement strategies, like Roblox blocking all ads for users under 13 last year. The rise of mobile gaming has also seen in-game ads take on greater prevalence, with many games integrating ads and sometimes even tempting players with microtransactions to remove ads. EA's consideration towards ads in its AAA games comes as the studio is reportedly planning a lighter year for 2024 with its releases. Last year saw a plethora of high-profile games debut from the studio. Dead Space Remake, Jedi Survivor, even though it was balls for about a year after release. While EA has stated it will release its annual sports games as usual, some of the developers' heavy hitters like the previously mentioned Battlefield and Sims are set to skip releasing a game this year. We'll have to wait and see what more dynamic ads mean for AAA games. If there's anything we can bet on for more dynamic ads and what we can expect that to be coming out of EA in their implementation of this in their games, is that it will suck. And it will feel bad, because that's who EA is nowadays, right? They don't care about the consumer. They don't care about us as gamers. You know, they lost that notion a long time ago. They are just riddled with greed. That's it. I mean, I'll never, completely be void of the understanding of these are businesses making business decisions and stuff, but man, a lot of these businesses have lost their way. EA's definitely been one of them for a long time now. We don't have a definitive date for the PlayStation Showcase yet. We do have summer game showcases right here. Can I pull this whole thing in? There's no flipping way, right? We want to put this into nothing's going in. All right, hold on. Did I even copy all that? Come on. Screenshot and save the image. Will it just pull it in like that? Cool. I'll figure it out later. I'll get it pulled in there later. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to work on it right now, but I'll do it later today. So what I'm going to do is I'll get this whole thing. I haven't tried to pull in data like this from a web page into a flipping Google Doc in quite a while, but I'll get it. I know there's a way, but God, I haven't done it in so long. So I'll pull all this information in. I will actually bookmark this as well, so I'll have it if anybody needs it. And what I'm going to do is, for our exclamation point schedule, now besides our 2024 schedule, we'll also have next to it the 2024 summer showcases, and I will get all of this put in here. Okay, so I'll have all this information, and we'll keep looking at it as it gets updated closer and closer to, the showcases starting. And as we continue to move forward, we'll get it all put in here. That way, if anybody needs to know when these are happening, the showcases, the times, the dates, all that stuff, I'll have different time zones. I'll keep all this information in here for everybody, so when we're going to be watching what, and we'll watch it all together. As much of it as possible we'll be watching together, but I'll keep all this up. and we'll watch it together, and I'll keep it on our schedule so people can access it at need. Okay, cool. But I think that's our jam, dude, for the news today. I know that there's probably quite a bit that we got missed over the past week, and I don't know, man. Hopefully we got to catch up on a little bit, and we'll see how much of it we continue to kind of catch up on over the next few days as we continue to do the news and get back into the groove of doing our normal stream schedule. It's so good to be back, guys. God dang it, dude. I cannot tell you how much I've missed you guys and how much I've missed being here and doing this. Life feels like something's missing when I'm not here. You know what I mean? It feels weird. It feels as good as it was to, you know, be able to go see family and everything. Being gone for a week was pretty brutal for me to not be here and doing what I love to do, man. So it feels so good to be back. We're going to have a banger of a day. We've got, let's see here, I think about 2 hours roughly. Oh, you know what we didn't look at? Let's look at this stuff real quick. I forgot to pull these up. RoboBeat is 20% off right now. RoboBeat's 20% off. And if you don't know what RoboBeat is, these are some games that came out here recently. RoboBeat is 98% positive of over 210 reviews right now. What is the cinematic, gameplay, custom music? Take a look at this. This is your RoboBeat. Yo, Pinky, didn't they add in like bullets per minute tracks for this too? Didn't we talk about that? You can find bullet per minute tracks in this, correct?
Target's location. Working on it.
Oh, not only BPM, really?
Wow, so many choices. It can't be this easy. It wasn't this easy.
Yeah. This game looks really good, and you've been playing it. It's a banger, yeah? Can confirm, Pinky? So if you're interested, this game is $16 right now. It's an 83 on Metacritic, but it's even higher reviewed by players right now. So if you're interested, take a look. There you go. And then Mullet Mad Jack. This is another one that was on my wish list. And really? Yikers, dude. I'm actually definitely going to have to play it then. This is Mullet Mad Jack. Totally is. Interesting.
Greetings from Peace Corps. Sounds like you're in trouble. You have 10 seconds. Destroy these damn robots. Okay, boss. Roger.
Someone else is controlling you!
This game looks dope too.
Badass moderator to take care of our bots.
Oh, looks like it's too late to save her.
This game blows your mind. Mullet Mad Jack.
Nice, dude. I love to hear it, man. I knew that you weren't all that big on Metal Hellsinger, yeah. And Soup said this one's a banger. I had this on the wish list already too. This one just came out on the 15th, and it already has a 98% positive of 440 reviews as well. So both games looking very. It's a 90 on Metacritic also. So both of these games are looking really good, by the way. So check those out. Looks good, and this is. Let's go here. Ghost of Tsushima store page. How long do we have? Is it out? No. Why does the store page say approximately an hour. So it's probably like 9 or 10 o'clock. So we'll finish up the news and then we'll check and see where it's at. If I can go ahead and start downloading, we'll probably go ahead and do some Hades 2 runs to begin with here while we finish doing the download and install of the game and everything, because I've got the pre-download finished, but it'll take a little bit more. So we'll go ahead and do some Hades 2 runs to start our day of being back, man. And then we'll play some Ghost of Tsushima to end the day on here. Cool. Get into some Ghost of Tsushima. I'm really excited. So glad to be back, man. And thanks for the awesome news segment as always. We're going to go play some games and have some fun. But I don't know if anybody's been able to hang out and you're not familiar with what we do, or you're watching this as a VOD later. We always start off with video gaming news, man, promoting a healthier industry for ourselves as video gaming enthusiasts and consumers of the products. And we always start off trying to just immerse ourselves in what's going on in the industry as a whole. So if you can dig that and, you're about a cool environment of awesome people trying to have a good time, spreading good vibes, enjoying each other's company, and promoting a welcoming environment and just accepting each other for who we are and being a community of avid gamers and being civil about things, even if we disagree, then come be a part of what we do, man. That's what this place is all about. We've got an amazing community that really always promotes that kind of sentiment around what we do, and we do our streams 6 days a week, every day but Wednesday. We start at 6 a.m. CST CDT. That would be 7 a.m. Eastern or 4 a.m. Pacific time, and we're always looking for more people to be a part of what we do. So whether it be the video gaming news segments or the gameplay, whatever we do, we have fun, and we've got amazing people here that are always a part of it, and we're always looking to grow the community into being something bigger and better than what it is day in and day out. So if you can dig it, come be a part of it, man. We love it, and we're always looking for more awesome people to spread the good vibes. So I guess other than that, man, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to run us an outro real quick, and then we're going to start getting ready for playing video games for the rest of the day, all right? You guys rock. I'm so happy to be back. It's so good to be back here with all of you amazing people. Let me run this outro, and then I'll be back up here, and we'll start getting ready for playing games, all right? You guys rock. I'll see you in a second.